Hey guys, so it's been a while. Thank you so much for coming back onto this channel. This video is going to be a very reflective video, and this is my second time filming this, so hopefully it'll go okay, and I hope you enjoy. In this video, as I said, I'm going to be reflecting on my life and how things have been going for me. And so, to be honest, I have been at home a lot recently, and I quit my job a while ago, and I've been looking for a part-time job to support myself while I start my own business. And it's not going as quickly as I thought it would initially, but I'm actually seeing the bigger picture now, and it's moving somewhere, so that's all good. But recently, it might be to do with my Saturn return as well, going into my second year of my Saturn return, and I've been feeling like the past 20 odd years I've been really reliant on everybody else. And I'm not going to bash the idea of asking for help, because humans, we need help and we need to support each other, and that's a very good thing. But when you do too much of it, and when you keep asking for other people's opinions and, you know, just doing as you're told, you kind of end up losing yourself in their lives. You end up living life according to other people, and you stop living your own life. And that's a big lesson that I'm learning currently. You have to take responsibility for yourself. You have to take responsibility for your own life. You know, it's easy to just follow other people's advice and do what they're telling you to do, but at the end of the day, it's your own life, and you can't blame other people for your own mistakes, because you're the one listening to the advice. You know, as long as you're listening to other people's advice, you're not living to your own standards, and you're not living your own life. And as long as you're doing that, you're not really living. And that's a huge lesson that I've been learning recently, that I need to take responsibility for myself. And I've actually ended relationships with certain people around me because I've been too reliant on them, and I've been following their advice too much, and that's actually led me to negative situations that I'd never wanted to get into. And I'm not here to bash them either, because, you know, I was the one asking for advice. I was probably taking too much of, you know, what they're dishing out, I guess. Unfortunately, you have to end relationships sometimes when it becomes toxic, even if they're, you know, relatives, and even if they are family. If it's not serving your growth, if it's not serving your spiritual growth, then you need to end them, because they're toxic. And it was very sad. I was very sad initially, but it's already been like nearly a month since I ended relationships, and that's actually served me, because I felt a lot freer, and I never thought I would. You know, it was a sad thing ending relationships with people, but it was freeing, and I feel like I can finally do what I need to do. And it's like I was born again. I feel like I was born again after ending these relationships, because it was driving me crazy to have to listen to them and to follow their advice all the time. I felt like I wasn't being myself. I felt like I couldn't be myself, because these things that the people were advising to me weren't things that I wanted to do. And it's not about the outcome. It's not about whether or not I get things right, or if things work out in my favor. It's more about living your life in the moment in accordance to what you want to do. because if you don't, then you're not really living your own life. You're living other people's lives, and it's not about your mistakes. It's not, you're not supposed to live your life avoiding mistakes and avoiding, getting things wrong. You're supposed to live your life the way you want to live it, because it's your life. You have like these stories, a famous story is about Prince Charles. He married the perfect woman, the perfect girl, very young, and in her prime, and she came from a family that was very respected, and yet they didn't marry for love. They married because it was arranged, and she was like the right girl to marry, and that ended in a very tragic loss. And so my point is that living your life in the perfect way isn't the right way, because you lose something else. And in my case, I lost myself. I lost my ability to choose. I kind of lost my ability to live my own life by trying to please everybody else. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with being by yourself. There's nothing wrong with listening to yourself. And that doesn't mean that you don't care about everybody else or anyone else. It just means that you prioritize your own life, you prioritize yourself, and you quit sacrificing everything about yourself in order to please other people. So that's a huge lesson that I've been learning recently, to really listen to myself rather than try to please everybody else. You're not living their life, you're living yours, and it's just so important to remember that. And also, taking responsibility for your own life is a right that we all have. So however old you are, you might be 15, you might be 50, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's your life, and you have to choose what you are going to do, and what you are going to do is all up to you. And yes, there is that legal side of things, where if you're under a certain age, like 18, then your guardian or your parent is responsible for you. But it's your life at the end of the day, and I might be misleading, or I might be irresponsible for telling young people this. If you're younger than 18 and you're thinking, oh okay, so I can get a tattoo and I can get my piercings or whatever, that's not what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that if you're living for other people, if you're living in order to please other people, you need to rethink how you're living your life, because it's your life. And I fully believe that we are capable of so much if we just stop and reconsider why we're doing certain things. Are you doing it to please your parents? Are you doing it to, look good in front of your peers? Or are you doing it because you want to do it? Or that you believe that this is the right thing to do? Because for me, I realized how much of my life was dedicated to pleasing other people, and that actually ruined me. That really ruined my mental health, my spiritual health, my physical health. And so now I try to live more genuinely and more truthfully to myself, because it's my life. And I hope that you can take something away from this video, and I hope that you can live your life in accordance to your will, because we all have free will. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you, and please subscribe if you felt this video was helpful, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.